Elon Musk is the apex white predator. He is not a genius, not a visionary, and not self-made. He is the ultimate white mediocrity worshipped by white men who need a messiah to convince themselves that white male dominance is not crumbling. Newsflash, it is. In reality, Musk is a government-funded welfare queen, a serial scam artist, and an overhyped, incompetent tech bro who continues to fail upwards because white billionaires, investors, and media refuse to let him die. If Musk were any other race, he would have been laughed out of Silicon Valley years ago. Instead, he's held up as the greatest mind of our time. Not because anything he's actually achieved, but because white people are desperate to believe the future still belongs to them. Musk did not create Tesla. Tesla was founded in 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Musk swooped in with the money, forced himself into leadership, and then erased the real founders from history. Tesla's actual engineers create its technology. Musk just takes credit for it. Musk did not create SpaceX's rocket tech. Everything SpaceX does is built on decades-old NASA and Soviet research. The actual SpaceX engineers do all of the work. Musk just plays visionary for the cameras. SpaceX survives off billions in US government contracts. Musk isn't a self-made space pioneer. He's a government-subsidized middleman. Musk's only real invention? Hype and bullshit. Every single idea he pushes is either a recycled, stolen idea from someone else, a fake, unworkable scam designed to hype up stock prices, or a half-finished, legally questionable death trap that never actually works. Hyperloop? A nonsense distraction meant to kill high-speed rail. Neuralink? A dystopian tech bro fantasy that killed monkeys in horrifying ways. Tesla Autopilot? A glitchy, deadly mess that's already killed people. Musk's entire reputation is built on one thing: white people's belief that a white, rich man must be a genius. Musk loves to scream about socialism and big government, but the truth is, he would be nothing without government funding. Tesla only survived because the government gave it a $465 million loan. SpaceX exists because of billions in Pentagon and NASA contracts. Musk's businesses get massive tax breaks, subsidies, and grants, meaning the government funds his so-called success. Musk hates government help, unless it's going directly into his pocket. He whines about welfare, but sucks up taxpayer dollars like a vampire. He attacks union workers while using government funding to avoid paying fair wages. He pretends to be an independent thinker, but relies entirely on state contracts to stay relevant. This is white capitalist hypocrisy at its peak. Steal everything from the public and then pretend like you built it yourself. Tesla is a mess. Cars catch fire, doors break off, software malfunctions constantly. Tesla is years behind on production targets, but Elon keeps lying about new breakthroughs. Autopilot crashes keep killing people, but Musk still sells it as nearly perfect. Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. Are you kidding me? Musk paid $44 billion for a company worth half that. He fired the best engineers and replaced them with his yes men. He destroyed ad revenue, brought back Nazis, and turned Twitter into an unusable hellscape. The Boring Company? A total joke. His tunnel revolution is literally just a smaller tunnel with traffic jams. The Las Vegas tunnel is slower than walking. Every city that bought into his scam has nothing to show for it. SpaceX, running on fraud. Most of its innovations are just flashy PR stunts. Delayed projects, failed test launches, and government money keeping it alive. Musk promises Mars colonization, but can't even land a contract to send people to the moon. If Musk were anyone else, he would be considered a disaster CEO whose companies are collapsing under his stupidity. But because he's a rich white man with a god complex, the media still props him up as a genius. Musk is not self-made. He's not smart. He's just a spoiled white billionaire who was handed his success. He was born into apartheid wealth. His family was rich off South African emerald mining, meaning he never had to struggle. His father literally owned an emerald mine, so Elon was never self-made. Every time he fails, white media protects him. When Tesla is in crisis, they call it growing pains. When Twitter crashes, they say he's revolutionizing social media. When his companies bleed money, they say he's playing the long game. Musk is a perfect example of white privilege shielding an incompetent fraud. White tech bros worship him because he is their last hope. They need to believe a white man is still the future. They need him to be a genius, because if he's not, then white men aren't the most powerful people in tech anymore. Musk's cult ignores reality. They pretend his endless failures don't exist. They attack anyone who criticizes him. They believe in his absurd sci-fi promises, no matter how many times he's lied. Musk's fanboys will literally destroy their own lives to defend him. They buy overpriced, malfunctioning Teslas. They invest in his scams, then lose their savings. They waste their time hyping up his projects, only to be left with nothing. Elon Musk is not a genius. He's a fraud, a parasite, and a white savior myth that exists to prop up a dying empire. Elon Musk is not the future. He's a symbol of white desperation, an incompetent, overhyped, failing billionaire whose entire existence proves that white dominance is crumbling. He is the last sad illusion of white technological superiority. And just like everything he touches, that illusion is falling apart. Cope.